The business environment that we have today is remarkably complex. When we talk about things like globalization, we talk about things like developing economies, we talk about things like shifting demographics. All these things make business and the analysis of business more complicated than it was, let's say, 40, 30, or 10 years ago. Right? So the challenge is, how do we actually analyze business in a way that is relevant to what we actually have currently today? And that is where something like strategy comes in. So with strategy, what we do is we analyze three different facets of businesses. We look at the macro environment, we look at the competitive space, and we look at the internal environment of the business. And we make sure that all three analyses go hand in hand together at the same time. So for example, if we're talking about like the macro environment, we look at things like political factors. We look at things like economic factors. When we look at the industry itself, we look at things like the rivals that the company has. We look at things like the customers that the company has. When we talk about the internal environment of the companies, we then talk about things like what capabilities do they have? How do those capabilities give them sustained competitive advantage? Now, why is Aston different from other places? All the things I've mentioned now, they all give you information. But what we do at Aston is we use the teaching staff that we have, the experience that our teachers and staff have, and we convert that information to knowledge. Information can be gotten virtually anywhere. If you wanted to find out something on, let's say, business, you could always go to YouTube. But what we do at Aston is we take the information, we synthesize it into knowledge, and then we deliver it to you. And that is the Aston advantage.